Welcome back to Clash of the Rams, the sports talk show. Davison Perez here alongside Jeremy Hayes and Eric Russo. All right, guys, a lot of things have happened in the last week in the NFL. For instance, the Cowboys, Tony Romo, he was out. Joseph Randle, apparently, the running back, is still in. Arizona Cardinals are 7-1, lead their division over the Seahawks and the 49ers. And the Steelers, man, they're catching fire with Big Ben Roethlisberger throwing a historic 6 touchdowns last night. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is just pick a game or a storyline and just from this past week and analyze it. All right, so we're just going to start off with Eric.
Well, I think one of the big stories is the Dolphins. I mean, they totally demolished San Diego yesterday, 37-0 at home. They're a team that all of a sudden you have to say the Patriots need to watch out for this team. They're only a game behind you in the division. They beat you on opening weekend, and you play them again at home, albeit at home, in December. But they're the biggest competition for the Patriots in the division. If the Patriots lose a game here coming up, they could be tied. It's someone they have to look out for, and they have to win that game now in December. It's amazing what they've done. San Diego, you think, was one of the best teams in the AFC, and all of a sudden they get shut out by Miami at home. So Miami is for real. And the Patriots need to watch out for them. They have to take them seriously.
Definitely. For me, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Arizona Cardinals. Nobody saw them coming. Again, because it was the same thing last year. They were in it. They were in the mix last year as well. They're 7-1 on the season, and they're coming off a win against the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm not really content with the win just because it was kind of a sloppy win against a so-so defense in the Cowboys. It makes me question the legitimacy of how well that they've been playing so far. But give credit where credit is due to the Cardinals. Carson Palmer played just well enough to get past Brandon Weeden. Obviously, we're never going to know the effect that Tony Romo would have had on the game because he wasn't in there. But the Cardinals did a great job in terms of letting DeMarco Murray get his touches and assuring that the receivers on their end were all covered. So I think they did a great job at that. They're 7-1, so there's a lot to be said about that. But I'm just questioning how legit they are, even though they are 7-1. I think it's more so a Seahawks and 49ers off-season / tank rather than the Arizona Cardinals, doing their thing.
Yeah. Well, I think the Cardinals are the biggest story in the NFC, but in the AFC, I think it's the entire AFC North right now. When you think about the AFC North, everybody's over 500. All 4 teams are good. Last place is the Baltimore Ravens. Now, they got blown out. Well, not really blown out, but they lost yesterday to the Steelers, who, again, Steelers in the same division, look really hot right now. Roethlisberger with 12 touchdowns in 2 games. So, I mean, and the division leader, the Cincinnati Bengals, who have had probably the roughest schedule in the whole league so far. So I think it's going to be interesting because there's no way that 3 of these teams are going to make the playoffs. At least I don't think so. So, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see if are the Browns going to make the playoffs? It's not going to be the team that's going to make the playoffs. Right now, I think it might be the Bengals, but the Bengals have also lost in a lot of big games. I don't know. I think it's just weird to see how there's one division. Last year we had the NFC West. That was a dominant division. The worst team was the Rams, but they were they're actually pretty bad. So that's a bad example. But I mean, going into this year, you're expecting one of these teams to tank, and right now in last place, the Ravens. So is that going to be the team to tank? So it's going to be interesting to watch and find out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for our NFL Roundup. Stick with us for our next segment where we will talk about the Celtics' start to the season.